Welcome to another video. Today we got the patch notes of patch 6.28, which I actually haven't expected, and they are kinda big because we have some significant battle system changes. So let's go through them and yeah, let's talk about how that affects the job balancing. Maybe it will actually fix the job balancing because we had some kinda outliers there and some issues with the machinist, of course, or red mage, for example. And yeah, I think they have adjusted that, and we have basically just job system changes. That's all we got on this patch, but it's fine because, like I said, always have the mentality to patch regularly and not too big, so make small changes very frequently. That's the best way to balance a game, in my opinion. Okay, so we have the warrior that gets the Fell Cleave increase and a Weevil increase. Okay, a Weevil, that can be neglected. That's not too much. That's just 10 potency on a spell or a skill that you not frequently or very frequently use, so that's not big, but this could be a jump into the right direction. But yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know if that's enough to fix the warrior. I think they will try very slightly. Maybe we'll have another follow-up buff patch coming very soon. But yeah, at least we have the right job here that's getting fixed a bit or buffed a bit. On the other hand, Reaper is also something people were concerned about the damage, and I can understand that, even though I think Arcane Crest is a very, very good defensive tool that cannot be read on any statistics or any damage rankings. So yeah, it's not necessary to buff the Reaper, in my opinion. But on the other hand, it's good that we can see this, and especially I love when they buff the big attacks. That's always something I like, and we see this on Plentiful Harvest here, which increases significantly in all honesty here. And Communio is also buffed by 100 potency, which is, I think that could fix the difference between the Reaper and Monk, Ninja, Dragoon and Samurai, or maybe not Samurai, but at least compared to the others. And yeah, that's good, that's good. And Samurai has just the A DPS advantage, so it's absolutely fine here. A Bard is something I didn't actually know that it was lacking, but I guess it's fine to buff it because we always have the range tags, and as soon as we get more rid of this, the better, I guess. Imperial Arrow, yeah, you use that quite frequently, so this could mean have some meaning here, but I don't know. We have to see in concrete numbers in detail afterwards. Alright, to the star of the show, the Machinist. Here we go. Heat Blast has been increased by 20, which is a significant change in my opinion, because even though you're not using Heat Blast on a routine, but you're using it every time your heat gauge has been filled, and I think that's kinda often inside your 2-minute cycle, and especially under your buff window, so this is a significant change here. And yeah, you can also see all the spells, all the skills that are being increased inside of your buff window that you normally put there. That's a significant change because that is on the raid buffs, under your potion window, and that has a lot of impact to your damage output overall. And that's all the skills that you use here, the big ones: Drill, Air Anchor, Chainsaw, Wildfire. So all the burst damage is being increased by on the Machinist. So I think that could be it. I'm not completely sure. The last changes looked a bit more heavy, but yeah, they actually weren't, and I think they focused more on the normal standardized damage, but this is more like the burst damage here, and I think that could really be it. We'll hope for that. I hope for the Machinist that this will increase the damage output significantly, because Machinist really deserves it. Even though it's not a problem, like I said in my video, it was kinda fine, but it still felt a bit behind. That's something you could see by the numbers. Okay, so Black Mage got improved here as well, or damage has been increased as well. Improvement to Enochian's magic damage increase has been changed from 20 to 21%. What is that? Okay, that's a weird number. That's definitely a weird number. But yeah, 1% more damage. All right, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And yeah, Xenoglossy has 40 more potency, which I like a lot, because sometimes Xenoglossy felt a bit lackluster compared to the other spells like Despair, or when you really buff out your Fire Force, they kind of deal the same damage, or at least it's not that significant of a difference. Good to see Black Mage gets buffed here. What's kind of weird is that the Summoner is also getting buffed. I don't know. I felt like the summoner is actually there. It's actually on exact the spot where it should be. It's kind of strange for me to see that, because summoner has so much utility and was still much better than Red Mage was on the damage list. And when I do my content, my weekly stuff, I mostly do it with a summoner, and I always get to this very good stable DPS numbers there and compete with even samurai sometimes. I mean, okay, these are randoms and my rotation is very easy, so doing mistakes there is kind of hard. But I don't know. Yeah, good to see. Thank you. I like that. I'm a summoner main still, so give me them damage. Alright, so Red Mage. Okay, that's good to see. We have some significant changes on the potency of our melee combo. So basically 50 on Swerco, 30 on Redoublement, and literally 60 on Riposte. That's amazing. That's very, very good. Okay, so yeah, they added this to the Red Magic Mastery 3 effect. Okay, yeah, good to see. I think that could be the change. When the summoner wouldn't have been changed, the Red Mage could be on par with the summoner now. But I think as these are not insignificant changes for the summoner as well, it might be still a bit difference there. But yeah, of course, the Red Mage still has the advantage of constant re-raises, ver-raises, constant spamming of raise as long as you have MP, so that's a bit of an advantage over the summoner, while I think the summoner has the advantage of being flexible and have more adjustability for the combat situation, for your positioning and all that stuff. So it's really a bit difficult to measure here, but I think this might be a more significant change to the Red Mage than these are on the summoner, so it could be closer now. That's something that's very good. Phlegma 3 for the Sage is that I still haven't played my Sage. I'm sorry about that. I don't know if that's one of the main spells or one of your big cooldowns. I think so, because 510 is a significant number for a healer, so I guess that's something for your burst phase or what you want to do inside raid buffs and potion windows. So I guess that's still a good buff here, decent buff, because it's inside of raid buffs as far as I'm aware of how you play a Sage. I don't know. Okay, so that's PvE. That's a very, very good thing to see. Basically all the jobs that were a bit lacking. I don't know about the Paladin. The Paladin, seemed fine with the RDPS chart, but as Xeno said on one of his videos, that's just a bit of a false view you can have on the Paladin's damage, because it's actually what matters is the ADPS or the DPS that you deal inside of raid buffs, and on that chart the Paladin is still falling behind, at least falling behind the Gunbreaker and Dark Knight. And also the potency changes here for Warrior might not be that significant, but at least they fall under raid buff windows. Like I said, that's more significant than just changing the usual damage you deal with outside of raid buffs. Alright, that's all we have for PvE. It looks very, very promising, and I'm confident that this will go into the right direction. Maybe we'll have a further adjustment patch coming very soon, which would be nice, but so far it looks very, very good and could be bringing back the balancing to perfect state right now, and to the perfect state that Final Fantasy XIV is trying to achieve all the time. Alright, so the PvP action changes. I haven't played PvP for a while, but I will do in the next couple of weeks, so I'm kind of interested in these as well, especially as we can see a lot of changes for the Gunbreaker here, which always felt a bit lackluster compared to the competition. Let's see how that is affecting the balancing here as well. So Dark Knight gets a bit of a higher range to Eventide, so you have to use your energy or your bar a bit more efficiently now and time that a bit better instead of just spamming in this button. And that's good to see, because I always felt like, hey, okay, I just need to kill my enemy now. It doesn't matter if I'm dealing 10,000 potency or 20,000 potency, because I need this damage now. And here it's more like you have to make the decision a bit clearer, and you will get rewarded much more for doing that. Alright, so Gunbreaker. Draw Injunction. While now under effect of Junction, healer targets in the area of effect of certain actions will now be healed, even when obstructed by objects on the field. So yeah, that's good because now people can't run away and run out of your viewing distance and yeah, your line of sight, because you can still heal them. That's definitely good to see. I don't know if that actually made a big impact, or if that healing is anything you would notice. Yeah, I think I'll have to give Gunbreaker another chance very soon and play it a bit more frequently too. We can put some higher reputation on that job, especially with these changes here. Potency of damage reflected has been increased by from 3000 to 4000 on Nebula, and Aurora has a 25% uplift, so that's definitely a significant change here. Relentless Shrapnel effect now also reduces the target's damage dealt by 4%. I don't know. I don't know about that, because we have effects like the one of Dragoon, for example, that reduces damage by 40 or 50% even. That's way bigger number than this one, and you can feel that, but I don't know if you can feel the 4% making any difference here. But yeah, it might be a good start and something they can start from and increase in number just with more patches afterwards. Like I said, many patches, small changes, that's the way to go. Monk's Snap Punch has been increased, and Demolish has been increased. Riddle of Earth recast time has been reduced from 30 to 25 seconds. Okay, I didn't know that Monk has some issues with damage output, but yeah, makes the Monk even more dangerous in my opinion, because Monk, when played correctly, is insanely powerful, and whenever you got chased down by a Monk, you know what I'm talking about. Ninja also has been nerfed here. Hidden effect duration has been reduced from 5 to 4 seconds, so you don't have the stealth ability so long anymore. I felt like this was kind of short to begin with, but yeah, I think it's fine, because you could abuse that, I guess. If you're really a very, very powerful ninja player, you could possibly abuse the long duration of height to maybe get some crystal advance or anything like that. I don't know. I haven't played ninja on that level, so it might be a good change. It might be a bit worthless, pointless. I don't know. We'll have to see. Movement and speed effect has been reduced by Huton. Okay. Yeah, ninja's too fast. They seem too fast and too stealthy, right? For Square. We have to see. Okay, powerful shot movement speed while casting has been increased. Okay. The same goes for a machinist blast charge. That's good. That's really, really good, because I feel the casting speed, or that you cast and have to hard cast that and still can move in that same moment, that's a really cool idea. I like that idea a lot, but I always felt like it's a bit too slow. I don't know, they don't mention any percentages here. Maybe it's 25%, 30% more faster, I don't know, but I felt like the idea is very cool. I love this idea, but it's a bit too slow that you're moving in the same amount of time, because people could just play you out and dodge this very easily, and you really had to fine-tune your positioning and timing with using blast charge, which is basically your standard attack, so something you should not be punished for. Bishop Auto Turret to improve clarity of the targeted area of effect. The ground targeting radius has been increased from 1 meter to 5 meter. What the heck? Okay, that's crazy. The ground targeting radius. So I'm not sure if that's just the radius of in which you place it, or which affects the enemies as well. It's a radius, right? So it's the range of where it attacks. Okay, that's a significant change. If that's the wider radius now, wow. Okay, then you can't dodge this auto turret anymore, I guess. Ether Mortar duration of effect increased target's damage taken has been increased from 5 to 7 seconds. Barrier effect duration has been increased from 5 to 7 seconds. Okay, so yeah, basically Machinist is getting much better utility now, and all the effects work in a better harmony, I guess. Okay, so Dancer Honing Dance reduction to damage taken has been changed from 20% to 25%. That doesn't sound like a significant change, but it might be. I don't know. I haven't played Dance as well. Just my testing tries at the start of the crystalline conflict. Okay, we'll have to see if that's anything. Like I said, 5% damage reduction. Do you ever feel that? That's the question here. Okay, Black Mage Soul Resonance. The apocastasis, I can't spell that word, sorry guys, effect has been removed. Okay. There are so many terms in this game right now, and especially on jobs that I haven't played so far, and especially if you have different skill set in PvP than in PvE, it's a lot to remember. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this effect does right now. I'm sorry about that. I can't give you any feedback. So you have to take it as it stands. If that's a good thing or not, I can't tell you. I don't have any clue here. Alright, the summoner's getting buffed here. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's a lot of changes still. Summoner gets base potency of Ruin, so your base attack is buffed. Astral Impulse is getting buffed. Fountain of Fire is getting buffed. Okay, that's cool because I always thought Bahamut feels a bit weak in that moment, and now it's a bit stronger than... Yeah, it's a good change. It's a good change because Summoner lacked some damage output in general, but also on the burst phase where Bahamut felt like, yeah, you could just also use your normal stuff. It doesn't matter that much. You just have the summoning attack that deals a lot of damage, and Mega Flare deals a lot of damage, but other than that, it's really hard to push in some astral impulses, in my opinion, which is the reason why many people preferred Phoenix, because Phoenix is just spamming. You can spam that, it's an instant cast, you don't have to cast that, and you can just use that better on your target. But yeah, we also have a change on Mega Flare. Targets in the area of effect will now take damage even when obstructed by objects on the field. Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one, because you could easily dodge that by just going behind a pillar, and now you can't. You always get hit by Mega Flare when you're just standing inside the circle. That's a good one. That's definitely a big change for a summoner here. Okay, Red Mage. HP recovered via healing actions has been reduced from 20% to 10%. Effect duration has been reduced. Okay, so magic barrier is now weaker. Frazzle. Reduced HP recovery via healing. Oh, okay, so Red Mage basically gets nerfed. That's crazy to see because I think they have nerfed it already to a point where it's fine. But yeah, maybe the healing output in high ranked matches in Crystal might be too much. It seems so, at least. I think they do that for a reason, so we'll trust in Square Enix here on that patch and change. Okay, White Mage. Afflatus Misery range has been reduced. A range has been reduced. Miracle of Nature. Okay, yeah, that's good. I think Miracle of Nature is the hex effect, the transformation, right? Like I said, I don't know about the spells that are different or new in PvP that you don't have in PvE. I can't tell you which is which. I just use them according to what they do, not how they are called. Okay, I guess that's good, because White Mage, especially Afflatus Misery, you could really just use that from far away and already have a big advantage or finish off people with just Afflatus Misery, being a healer, being one that is able to crowd control your enemies very efficiently. So that's definitely a good change here. Astrologian, the balance bow and arrow. Primary target and nearby party members in the area of effect will now be affected even when obstructed by objects in the field. Okay, they follow this line of field obstruction by objects that they want to get rid of. That's definitely a good change. I'm not sure how much that affected the Astrologian, but it seems that the overall consensus here for these changes. Alright, so Crystalline Conflict. Season 3 will end and Season 4 will begin. When the season ends, the top 100 ranking players from each data center will receive vouchers via the Moogle delivery service. Players finishing in Bronze tier or higher can claim rewards by speaking with the Feast Quartermaster at the Wolf's Den Pier. Learn more about rewards. Tier rewards for Season 3 must be claimed before the end of Season 4. I actually don't know if the season starts with this patch already, Season 4, or Season 3 will end with this patch. Yeah, let me know in the comment section. That would be great, because then I might still have time to climb the ladder to tomorrow, maybe on stream actually. Yeah, but it would be a good opportunity to do that. Otherwise, then we can climb the new ladder, right? Of course, check out the link in the description about these changes. The whole Valyrian set seems to be dyeable now. That's something, it's always good to have more options, more dyeable options here. But yeah, so far, very good changes. I like them a lot. And yeah, I'm glad to see they do these changes on a very frequent basis. That's what sparks my hope for this developer team to be the best around. So yeah, we'll have to see, and maybe they will do some more changes in an update patch or anything like that. But it's good to see that off the chart. Like, this is not a big patch, it's just a small patch in between, and they change significantly here, which is always the way to go in my opinion. Small changes, but on a frequent basis. So yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry for the long walk around. I had to give you my feedback, I think, otherwise this video is super pointless. You could just read it out all by yourself. So yeah, do that if you want to get back into the details again. Following the link in the description. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and see you around in the next couple of days.